Exxon Mobil loves behind the scenes to manipulate things, but what about when those behind the scenes moments are no longer behind the scenes? Greenpeace, UK's investigative platform Unearthed, posed as headhunters to obtain information from one of ExxonMobil's most senior Washington lobbyists. So this is Keith McCoy, senior ExxonMobil lobbyist on Capitol Hill, has represented the company with the Congress for 8 years and is talking shockingly openly and freely with these headhunters. So we got a lot of different stuff that he's gonna reveal about ExxonMobil, reveal about US senators, reveal about the way they use narratives to try to ward off substantive change. So we got a few videos. Let's jump into this first one.
Did we aggressively fight against some of the science? Yes. Did we join some of these shadow groups to work against some of the early efforts? Yes, that's true. But there's nothing illegal about that. We were looking out for our investments. We were looking out for our shareholders.
Okay, so what he says there, Adrienne, seems perfectly accurate. The sort of lobbying that he's saying there, the shady behind the scenes organizations, the openly denying science, even knowing that the denial of that could influence politics that results in destruction of property, people dying and all that, is very much not illegal in America, which seems like the point, and it seems like kind of the problem. We've got more video, but what did you think about that first little taste?
I agree with you in terms of it not being illegal in the United States, but also being a problem. When we have contracts with one another, there is an implied duty on both people's behalf to use their best efforts, to operate in good faith. And that's something that's read into every contract, whether it's there or not. So it's not like the law in some way can't see the fact that we expect people to act good. And the thing is, it's like with ExxonMobil, just because there was no law expressly banning it, there should be an implicit law that says you need not do shady things so that you can continue to financially benefit. But then again, I don't think that anyone's really gonna enforce that.
Yeah, and the thing is, like the way he describes it is just, well, we have to look out for our interests. So, we're gonna like deny a little science or whatever. And the thing is, like, so they're selling a product. Basically, everyone who sells products lies about them. Like they lie about the effect that it's gonna have. They lie about how good it is or whatever. The issue is that some products are more consequential than others. And one of the chief ways that we generate and consume energy is quite consequential, we are finding out. I mean, the heat dome right now of the Pacific Northwest, it's like something like more than 500 unexpected deaths just in the last week. Pretty consequential to them, the result of some of this long-term heating of the globe. But they just have to look after their interests.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.